Hey everybody, welcome back. I just wanted to talk about, it was a really bizarre moment, one of the most bizarre moments of my entire life. But it was the only time in my life I ever witnessed, was ever offered. It was the only time I ever witnessed anybody doing hardcore drugs. It was the only time I was offered hardcore drugs by anybody. And it was ironically, it was my 21st birthday nonetheless. I was living in Illinois at the time, but I used to be a chef. I was in culinary school at the time, and I went down to the Gulf. I was down in Florida for the summer, staying with my aunt and uncle. I was doing my culinary internship at a beach resort on the Gulf of Mexico, just outside of Fort Myers. And so this was my 21st birthday. So during the day, late morning, early afternoon, into the late afternoon, my cousin and I and his wife, we were out partying, bar hopping around, and I was getting pretty wasted. And then after that, we went to a party over at his friend's house. And there was this guy over there that my cousin's wife didn't know, but he was sitting right next to me. And he opened up these capsules, these pills, and it was supposedly, according to him, it was like a 3-in-1 pill. It was cocaine, ecstasy, and heroin all in one pill. And then it was I was just joking around. I was just guessing, but he had a mirror with him. But I guess it wasn't, he needed to be cut up a little bit more. So he's like, oh, does anybody have a razor? And I was like, oh, just use a knife. My cousin's like, how do you know? I'm like, oh, I don't. I'm just guessing. I'm just trying to help the guy out. And I don't know, he must have been hooked on it or something. He was talking about all the side effects that he has from doing this. He had from doing that. And I thought it was kind of strange. Like, well, why do you do it then? He was like saying that, sometimes he has erectile dysfunction. He says, yeah, there's just times that I want to have sex, but I'm so high on it that I can't. It's like, well, why do you do it? But it must have been that addicted. And so we had a mirror. I don't know if I don't remember, somebody found a razor blade for him, but he cut it up a little more somehow. And then he was like snorting it, and everybody was like really weirded out by it, including my cousin. He was really freaked out. And one of my cousin's friends, like, oh man, he's like, I only do cocaine like once every 5 years for special occasions, like once every 5 years. I mean, man, I give you props for not getting addicted. I'm like, I've never done cocaine in my life. And I was 21 at the time. I'm 42, almost 43 now. I still haven't done it and never will. And I just remember him snorting up. And then he's kind of like looking around. It was almost like he was trying to get attention too. He was kind of looking around the room to see how people were reacting to him doing it. And then he asked me if I wanted it. He's like, oh, you want to try some of this? I'm like, oh, no, thanks. I'm good. So yeah, that was a really bizarre moment. And I think from that point on, when my cousin and I went out with his friends, he was always trying to make sure that guy, I forget what his name was, but I did remember his name at the time. And everyone's like, oh no, I swear to God, it's not him. It's not that guy, Kevin. It's not that kid. This is somebody completely different. Because we were, throughout the rest of the summer, we were going out to parties and bars, and cousin really didn't want that guy around him anymore. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. A pretty bizarre moment in my life. And ironically, it was on my 21st birthday of all days of my life. So that's all I have to say about that. And comment, like, share, subscribe. And I'll talk to you all real soon with another video. Have a great day, everybody. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.